back to the rain on Archon, and I want to correct a few misconceptions that are out there. Not to bash anybody or throw anybody under the bus, I'm not going to be mentioning any names, but there's some information floating out there about this mission that's just not right, so I wanted to correct that. So, one deals with the snipers. In this scenario, we're just going to hop around a bit in this. We have a sniper up, and we've completed all the basic objectives. And I gave the sniper an urn here just to make it easier to demonstrate. So, one of the things that's going around is just shoot the raindrops and they won't reach the surface. Well, if you shoot them above the shield, they just disappear. But see, there we got right there. Right there's another one. If you shoot them anywhere else, let me get another good example here. They're outside the shield. There we go. There's another pool, another pool. Even if you shoot them above the surface, the creeper drops from them if they're not above the shields, and it's added here. So you can't just make them disappear. Now, you may argue that, okay, it's worth having the snipers up to shoot the ones that are above the shields. Well, I don't think so, but, I mean, you could do that. Now, if you want to do reclaim on this, one key point is just get mine production. It doubles your mine input from all these read-on sources. You can get a lot more shields, and I was able to build a lot in this. So let's take a look a little bit further on after I continued the process. Okay, so here we're about a third of the way through, and all I've been doing is pretty much the same thing. I've just been expanding out with my cannons. You can see I have plenty of energy, and 35%. We're not really having any particular problems here. We still have more read-on than we know how to use. And this is well over halfway. I've put up bluite here in these. I nullified this spore launcher. It's the only one that produces eggs. You see I have some cannons, and I've got, you know, sprayers using that bluite. Don't necessarily have to do that. Another thing I've done that I think is useful is just boost the fire range and rate with a couple of your urns. I think they're more useful there than, say, on these shields. But still, even at this point, I've got almost everything I have is covered in shields. And there's more in here. I could build more shields. Like, I'm still maxed out on read-on. So there isn't really any particular issue. You know, I'm not gated by any resources. I can go in any direction I want. Here we have the conclusion. You can see the reclaim is charging. And I did all this over here just to demonstrate you can go either way. I've just got a bunch of cannons all over. They're getting everything. You know, people have said they had problems with, like, when these burst, you had to have snipers to shoot all of these down because otherwise they would insta-kill their towers. Not if you have cannon protection, they don't. I mean, we're having no problem. I don't get any towers close to destroyed. I take periodic damage, but we're fine here. And again, I mean, look at my read-on. I've got still more in here. More shields that I could build. I could use a lot more than I am. I could extend more out with shields, get a lot more coverage with shields, or I could forget about the shields and just spam cannons and, you know, towers everywhere. And there's many more things better about this setup I could do if I worked at it. So, the long and the short of all this is, shooting the raindrops is not that productive with the snipers. You can do it if you want, it can be kind of fun, but it doesn't really accomplish much. And, you know, there's plenty of ways about this. Use the shields, don't use the shields, do it however you want. Reclaim on Archon is not that big of a deal. It's grindy, it's tedious, but many ways to accomplish it if you choose. So, hopefully this has been in some way interesting, if this is something that was bothering you, or at least a bit of information that's been going awry out there. And we'll see you soon with more Creeper World 4.